Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn how to write a letter. Now, children, I know all of you love to write letters, isn't it? I too loved writing letters. When I was small, just like you, I, along with the other members of my family, used to go to our village during summer vacation to our grandparents' house. Now, grandparents' house means all of you too would be loving to visit your grandparents, I suppose. Now, there were many members here. There were uncles and aunts and cousins, and above all, there were also animals. Grandfather had cows together with dogs and cats, and we used to enjoy our vacation. Now, towards the end of the vacation, we used to come back. Of course, we never liked it, but we had to. Now, after coming back to our house, we used to write long letters to grandparents, inquiring about everyone. And we really used to love writing. Now, today, we are going to see what a letter is. Now, of course, we used to write either in our inland letters, or even in postcards, or even in an envelope. Now, of course, many of you might not have seen that because nowadays you hardly write letters. You either talk to your cousins, either on your mobiles, or even use emails to send messages. Right? So, what is a letter? A letter is a message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. That is what we all do, is it not? We write a letter on a printed on a printed on a paper, or it is handwritten. It is usually sent to the recipient via mail or post in an envelope. Now, after writing a letter, what do? You post it, and in the post box, and of course, after sorting, the letter goes to the address which is printed on the letters. As such, message that is transferred via post is a letter, a written conversation between two parties. So what is a letter? After all, it is a message which is transferred via post, by means of post, okay, and this is a letter, and it is a conversation between two parties, that is, the person who writes and the person who receives. Nowadays, emails and texts and other such forms have become the norm for communication. Yes, children, nowadays, very rarely do people write letters. Nowadays, we use more of emails and texts, and other such forms have become the norm for communication. So, to communicate between two people, we use more of these emails or even say texts. Okay, but informal letters are still used today either as a cover letter for job or bank sending us a reminder. Now, but formal letters are still used. Cover letter, either say if you have to, uh, attend, uh, a job interview, you still send a letter, or even when it comes to say bank sending us reminders, they still are using formal letters. Now here we have two types of letters, the informal and formal. Now informal letters are normally written between two, very close people. That is, when you write letter to your father, to your mother, brothers, cousins, etc., we call it as an informal letter. Now what is formal letter? Formal letters are written for business or for professional purposes. Okay, now let's see. Letters are of two types, informal and formal. Informal letters are written to people who are close to you or known very well to you. So, informal letters are written. To whom do you write these? To people who are known to you or who are very close to you. Who are people who are close to you? They are your parents. So they include letters to parents, brothers, friends, etc. Now, such letters are termed informal because the style and the format to be followed is casual. Now, when you write informal letters, the format is very casual. You write to such people as if you were conversing with them. So, you usually use a very formal or say a casual format is used, and you write as if you are say conversing with them, you're talking to them. Formal letters are written for business or professional purposes with a specific objective in mind. So, what about formal letters? Now, formal letters are generally written for business or for professional purposes, and also they have a certain objective in mind. Now, what about the language used? It uses simple language which is easy to read and interpret. So, the language used is very, very simple and easy to read and interpret. The size of formal letter should be concise and does not include any irrelevant matter. Now, what about the size of formal letter? Now, the size of formal letter should be as concise as possible, and no irrelevant or unnecessary matter should be there. Now, format of informal letter. Now, the informal letter involves the following. This is the format of informal letter. Now, address. The address of the writer is written on the left-hand side of the page at the top. The address should be accurate and complete. So when you're writing a letter, you're going to write your address on the left-hand side of the page at the top. And your address should be complete and accurate. Now, next is date. Just below the address, we write the date. This allows the reader to know when the letter was written. Now, where do you write the date? Just after you write the address, you are writing the date. And just looking at the date, the person to whom you are sending the letter knows when you have written the letter. And the letter should be in expanded form. For example, it is, say, when you're writing the letter on June 18, it becomes 18 June 2020. Next is greeting or salutation. How do you greet? Here, the greeting can be informal, like dear mom or Alex. So, the greeting is informal. Like when you're writing to your mother, you can write my dear mom or my dear mother. Or if it's to your friend, you can write my dear Ram, my dear Alex, etc. Next is introductory paragraph. Now you're going to introduce now. This sets the tone for the whole letter. So, you may begin by asking the recipient about their well-being. So, how do you write? How do you begin? Now, you are asking, suppose you're writing to your friend, you can ask him how he is. Okay, you may begin by asking the recipient about their well-being. The opening of the informal letters should be casual and comforting. So, the opening of the letters should be as casual and as comforting. Body of the letter. Now, it contains actual message. Now, whatever message you're going to convey is contained in the body of the letter. So, the letter overall should maintain a friendly tone. So, you should write the letter in a friendly manner. Conclusion. Conclusion, sum up the reason for writing the letter. So, here under conclusion, you're going to write the reason why you're writing this letter. Say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader. So, like, goodbye or affectionately, and that also, when you say goodbye to the reader, it should be in a very, very affectionate and loving manner. And do not forget to invite the reader to write back. Now, so you can ask the reader to write to you as soon as he receives this letter. Complimentary close. Now, after writing your letter, you are going to write your name and then sign off. So before that, you write, say, with best of, with lots of love or best wishes, yours lovingly, yours sincerely, etc. And then you can write your name and you can give your signature. So complimentary close. Sign off using any of these phrases like lots of love, best wishes, and then simply sign your name. So you can use any of these phrases like, with lots of love, or say, yours lovingly, yours sincerely, etc. and then sign your name. Now, this is the question on which you're going to write a letter. Let's see the question. Your friend has passed the SSC examination with distinction in spite of his or her being seriously ill just before the examination. Write a letter congratulating him, her on his, her success. So, This is an informal letter, and you're going to write a letter to your friend. He has passed his examination, that's the SSC examination, with flying colors. And that too, when he was very ill. And in spite of that, he has passed his examination with distinction. So, you're going to write a letter to him, congratulating him on his success. So, shall we write a letter? Now, here's a letter for you. 16 Civil Lines, Calcutta, 26 June 2020. My dear Vijay. So here you're writing a letter to your friend. You can use your friend's name here. I've used here Vijay. My dear Vijay. I've just heard of your brilliant success in the SSC examination. May I offer you my heartiest congratulations. So, my friend has passed his SSC examination with success. So, may I offer you my heartiest congratulations. It is indeed a rare distinction that you have achieved, and that too when you were down with typhoid. So, this friend is very, very sick, and yet he got his distinction. He had passed his examination with distinction. So it is indeed a rare distinction that you have achieved. Very rare, isn't it, for a person to come out with flying colors when he is sick. It is indeed a rare distinction that you have achieved, and that too when you are down with typhoid. So this friend had typhoid, and yet he was able to achieve a rare feat. I can understand how wearisome it must have been to have lain down in bed day after day, but you fought bravely against it. So, I can understand how wearisome it must be. So, he was down with typhoid and he had been in bed for many days, and yet he was able to recover well. He fought against the disease and he was able to recover and write his exams brilliantly. By securing the third position amongst the successful candidates in the SSC exam in the board, you have also won the merit scholarship. So, you have secured the third position amongst the successful candidates in the board exam. And because of that, you've also won the merit scholarship. So he's got the merit scholarship also because he had come third in the SSC board exam. These are splendid achievements. I hope your parents are proud of you. Mother sends her congratulations and wishes you a bright success in all your future endeavors. You have really brought great honor to your family and deserve the congratulations of all of us. So, here, Mother sends her congratulations and wishes you a bright future success. So, she wishes him a bright success in whatever he does in the future. Mother wishes him a bright future. You have really brought great honor to your family. Of course, it is a great honor, for he has scored a rare feat, coming third in the exam, the board exam, and deserve the congratulations of all of us. Your loving friend, Gautam. Now, children, I suppose you have understood how to write an informal letter. Now, there is an assignment for you which I'll be sending along with this. You are expected to write the letter and submit it when the school reopens. Thank you, children.